Hey, buddy.
What's going on, everybody?
Macho Man
I don't know. Get out of it in the end. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of On the Red Couch with Max Power. I am Max Power, and as you can see,
still red.
It's still red. Apart from this part, because Paisley's muddy. She's a dirty girl, so making sure. And if you can't tell from the title and the intro, we are reviewing Pauly Shore's Encino Man. Sorry,
holy duck.
Encino Man, 1992 classic. I'll put it there, classic.
Classic.
Starring Pauly Shore as Stoney.
Mm-hmm.
And what's his name? Nick Austin?
Yeah.
Astin?
Astin.
Nick
yeah,
Astin. Rudy, Sam from Lord of the Rings. And then
Dave.
Dave.
Link. Dave.
And pretty much the story is these two kids are in high school, even though they both look like they're like 35, but they uncover a caveman trapped in time. The caveman is...
Wait, you're jumping steps ahead.
Am I?
The movie just finished. What'd you think?
You know what? I'll be completely honest. I really liked the movie.
Yeah.
It's gonna go crazy. I really liked it. I thought it was dumb as hell, stupid,
grinded.
No, you're muddy. No, you're dirty.
No, you're Dave. Dave.
That scene in the movie. Yeah, I actually really like this movie. I've never seen it before. If you're new to the series, My Virgin Eyes is a series that we do where we pick movies from a picture, franchise movies that one of us haven't seen or both of us haven't seen.
Usually it's me because I was sheltered as a kid.
Yes. So last week we pulled out Pauly Shore's...
Pauly Shore's 4-pack.
4-pack, yeah. Which we decided the first one would be Encino Man. I've never seen it. Chris has seen it.
It's been a long time, but I have seen the movie from front to back.
Yeah. I actually really liked it. I thought it was hilarious. I do love Brendan Fraser.
Is there a bad Brendan Fraser movie?
Oh yeah, I'm sure there is.
Really?
Yeah, there has to be. Maybe later on, but I mean, he had a good 90s.
Yeah, he did.
The Mummy franchise that he got 4 movies out of.
3. No, 2. No, it was the Mummy. The Mummy Returns.
No, he's in the third one.
Really?
Yeah, she's not in the third one, but he's in the third one.
There it goes.
It's his son. I'm pretty sure he's in the fourth. There's a fourth one, but is the fourth one when he fights Jet Li, or is that the third one?
I think that's the third one.
Yeah,
because they did a reboot, and that was like he was nowhere near it.
That was Tim Cruise.
Cruise. Jeff Cruise. But I didn't mean to cut you off. You were going on. They found that they... Yeah, okay. So how'd they find the caveman?
They're building a pool in the backyard. Slave labor. The moms are making the kid. Which I thought, that was just... He just started digging a hole.
Yeah. Disclaimer, no Mexicans were used in this slave labor.
No. But there were some cool Mexicans in this movie. So they uncover a caveman who is Brendan Fraser. And they think that they're going to make millions off of him and be rich and be cool because they found the last caveman.
Yeah.
And he's still enclosed in like an ice cube, almost like a chamber.
Yeah.
And then for some reason they decided to melt it.
Yeah, they thought it out until they left him in a garage and they surrounded him with heaters. And then during the day at school, the ice starts cracking, and then by the time they get home, they find that he's
insane. Well, he's not insane, but he's messed around with the house.
Yeah.
And from there, the rest of the movie just is like chaos.
It's fun.
It's 88 minutes long. If you watch it in standard version, it's 89 minutes long. I really want to watch it again on like a shittier version to see why it's a minute longer. But whatever. So we watched it in HD, and it was 88 minutes long.
So basically, a caveman trying to learn.
Yeah,
the 90s.
Yeah,
the beginning
very
of the
cliche. Pauly Shore takes him around and shows him Doritos and
What's the 4 food groups?
There was I remember the names of them. Tell me.
So it was the fruit group, the dairy group,
the
vegetable group. So the dairy were milk duds. The fruit
were sweet tarts.
Yeah,
sweet tarts.
The vegetables,
I don't remember. Was it Doritos?
They're like corn nuts or something.
Oh.
And then the meat group
was the bean, like a bean burrito.
Yeah.
But it was frozen.
Frozen on the inside.
Frozen on the inside, cold, which is a classic. So there's a bunch of.
That's not just a cliche. That's actual. Like you throw a hot pocket in the microwave. That shit is horrible. You throw a hot pocket for 28 minutes in an actual oven. That shit's delicious.
Oh, so that's the key. That's how you do
it.
That's how you do it.
Oh hell yeah, oven all the way. Bagel bites, hot pockets, personal pizzas, the whole Magilla.
Wait,
in the oven.
People put bagel bites in the microwave?
Yeah, I do sometimes.
I've never done that before.
The bagel bites in the microwave, it's like soft and moist. The bagel bites in the oven, in the actual oven, they're like crunchy, like almost
crunchy. Yeah, I think
toasty.
I might have to try that out.
Microwave's a whole lot quicker.
Yeah, that's true.
But I digest.
Yeah. What else happens in this movie?
So basically, Pauly Shore takes him to an amusement park, and like
that part was a little.
And then the minds meld. Like, so the caveman has no concept of much of anything
other than being a caveman.
But then when Pauly Shore takes him for a day on his own, it's like a huge Pauly Shore. Like it's like you see double. Like they're the same hairdo, same little.
It's a classic '90s music montage.
Yeah.
Where it's a 3-minute song by mostly it's always like Motley Crue or like Poison or something, and it's just them getting up to something, and it pretty much just skips the entire process of learning something. I don't understand. They went to a theme park, they rode a roller coaster, they fucked around with the mascot, the panda thing,
a bunch of hot girls,
and then there was nothing but hot chicks on a water park.
Have you ever been to Astroworld back in the day?
Yes.
There were a lot of hot girls at fucking
in bikinis.
Astroworld. In the summer, yeah, because Waterworld was right next door, and Waterworld closed at 5. Waterworld closed at 5. The sun didn't set till 8:30. High schooler, yeah. Come on now. Once Waterworld shut down, yeah, that was the beginning.
Yeah. So, Dave is trying to get with the hot chick, and it's not working.
That he's known almost his whole life.
Yeah, they were naked together, and he had a picture, which I thought was super fucking cringy. Super cringy.
Not just that, he had copies. Like he gave her a copy.
He gave her copy. Yeah, that was a little creep. That was a little cringy. I was like, come on, man.
So every high school has its bully, its jock, its head dick.
Yep.
And he's dating the hot chick that Dave wants.
Of course, that's how
it always goes. And the bully bullies Dave.
Of course.
Nonstop. They're at an ice rink, and the bully's beating up on Dave. And that's when Link, caveman, goes to his defense and eats one for the team.
He gets right in the jaw.
Yeah. Tyson-like.
And then he becomes super cool because he takes a punch from the bully.
Yeah.
While Dave is passed out, like lying on the floor pretty much, like, feeling bad for himself.
And everybody likes him. The gangbangers, the geeks, the hip hop, the breakdancers, the girls.
Every girl, yeah.
That one girl.
Ugh. I felt bad for her. She just got shafted. Like, it looked like they were gonna. At the end of the movie, it would have been her and Link, and then Dave and the chick.
Yeah.
But nope. As soon as after the ice rink, she was gone. You only saw her in the prom.
Yeah.
You never saw her again.
No, they popped up in the driving school.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Tell about the driving school.
So while they're at the ice rink, Link, the caveman, decides that he wants to drive this racing car game. What I don't know. What Radmobile. So when he takes driver's ed, because they've enrolled him in school as a foreign exchange student from Estonia. Called Linkovic Trojovsky, yeah. So, of course, part of school is you have to learn how to drive, and so they give him the keys, and he takes off like he's playing a video game. Pops up on the side, 2 wheels, and he's riding through the school. with the hot chick and
his friends.
And well, they jump in, they see what's going on, and they jump in, and then they end up
in downtown, like in the
like downtown. I guess it was like L.A., right?
Yeah.
So it was like downtown L.A. school hours. So we're talking, 2:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And they just walk into this bar, and this bar is popping. There is so many people in this bar. And
the sun hasn't even set.
No.
And everybody's partying like it's 99.
They're getting down. There's a group of classic gangster, like, Latinos with the mustaches and the...
this is my woman.
Yeah.
If you look at my woman...
See, I can't do the voice, but you can do the voice.
You will no longer be recognized as a man. Comprende? And it took all of 60 seconds, and you see the silhouette of this beautiful woman. Yep. And then Link's head just pop up at her feet, and he's like, just starts eyeing the body.
And then he scoops her up. He scoops her up.
Gotcha, bitch.
So they all get down to this bar. Pauly Shore's character is taking shots of tequila with the gangsters.
Otra vez.
They start calling him Weasel. Which that's a reoccurring thing. He's always the Weasel in like these.
Yeah.
Like he plays almost the same character with just like different names, right?
Yeah. That's
Pauly Shore's thing, which I thought he was hilarious. I've seen a bunch of Pauly Shore's movies, but this one I just thought it was pretty funny. And then of course the cops show up. I just love the bartender when he was just like, cops, and then I think he said,
oh, cops, immigration.
Yeah, he was like, immigration, and then everyone just fucking scattered. And so Pauly Shore is a little too drunk, and so him and the gangsters and the hot chick all get in a lowrider, and they take off. And then Dave and Link, the caveman, they get arrested, and they get sent to prison, which...
He called it prison. He knows it was jail. They were in jail. They were released by the night.
And now he's on probation.
But by then...
Yeah, but while he's in prison, he gets one phone call. And does he call his parents? No. He
calls a lawyer?
No. Calls the hot chick, and he says, I'm using my one call in prison to ask you to prom, which is the next night, of course, classic.
So you have to say yes.
And what does she say?
I want to go with Link.
I want to go with a caveman. Yeah, I want to go with Link. So
can you ask him for me?
And he's standing right there, and he's pissed.
He hangs up. You don't even talk to him.
No, he's like, no, I'm not doing it. And then they get out of prison, and he drives them out to the middle of nowhere, and he gives them a bunch of quarters and says, shoo, get out of here. I don't want you anymore. And then Pauly Shore shows up, save the day. They get into a little scuffle, and caveman grabs them both, and he goes, family. And then they all get back together, and they're friends.
Yeah.
So then he decides, you know what, Link, go to prom with the hot chick.
I'm going to be here chilling, finishing the pool.
Because I'm on probation.
Yeah.
Okay, he's on probation. Cool. No court dates, no nothing. Just straight probation. So Link goes to prom with the hot chick, and Pauly Shore and Dave hang out at the pool. And they got a keg, which I thought was odd.
They're drinking champagne.
They were drinking champagne. Or at least they had champagne flutes. I don't know if they were drinking pools. But it rained, so the pool was full. Yeah. But it was muddy water.
It's rainwater.
But they also had a keg in the background. So, like, whatever. You know what? 90s logic, I'm not going to... When there's a keg, there's a party.
Yeah. Or one's happening. One's about to happen.
So, the bad guy... The bully, he breaks into the house and he finds Polaroid pictures. There's a 90s thing for you. Polaroid pictures of them thawing out the caveman and showing pictures of the caveman before they came up with his backstory. So he goes to the school to expose the caveman. Shh!
Shush!
He gets up there and he's like, "Do you know what this guy is?" And everyone's like, "What is he?"
He's a caveman.
He's a caveman. And does everybody boo?
No,
they don't give a fuck. They do not.
It's prom. They're getting laid in 2 hours.
It's cool as shit. It's like he's a caveman, and they go absolutely ape shit. And so there's another fight, and Dave gets punched in the face again. And he's still. I thought it was like, man, you just talked about getting your standing up for yourself. You just got punched and nobody gives a shit. You're on the floor. So then Link headbutts the shit out of the bully.
Oh, because during the montage, he's training to fight.
Yeah.
After he got punched in the face by a bully.
So he headbutts him, and then he picks him up, and he spins him around.
Matt is the bully's name.
Yes. And he gives him a splash, and then they have like a 1.5-minute montage of them dancing.
Yeah. A little synchronized number in all movies. You know, all movies for young people.
The cool thing about that was the band, which was, what were they called? Something Grooves? Indestructive Grooves or something like that. But the bassist was
Rob Trujillo from
Metallica. And as you guys
and Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, and Suicidal Tendencies, right? He was in there. So we were
Infectious Grooves.
Infectious, yeah. So the whole entire time we were watching this scene, we're just trying to look for Rob and see if he's doing Rob things. Yeah, doing Rob things with the bass.
Crab walk.
Yeah, but he wasn't as low, and his hair was all flushed out.
He was thin,
and he was thin. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was like that. That kind of took away from that little part. I was too busy. Like, I mean, it's a dance number. Like, they're all doing weird dancing.
So we're at the end of the movie.
Yes.
Pool party at his house.
Yes.
Everybody's there.
Everybody. In the pool, out of the pool, drinking beer, not drinking beer.
And Dave finally gets to make out with this girl.
Because she comes to her senses.
Yeah. You know what? This is the first time I legit actually paid attention to the detail and subsequent plot holes in this movie. And the one takeaway I got, besides Pauly Shore's performance being still classic, I hate Dave.
Yeah.
He there's no reason for everything that he did in this movie to deserve to get the girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
It made no sense whatsoever. I honestly didn't like it. That's probably the only thing in the movie I didn't like.
He has that kind of has that face that you want to punch.
I was thinking the same thing.
Like in every movie, like when he's he's Rudy, right? Mm-hmm. He's Sam from Lord of the Rings. I did like him he's in Stranger Things. He's a pretty cool. He's good in Stranger Things and 50 First Dates.
That's right, yeah. 50 First Dates.
He's got the football, like the mesh football T-shirt, and he's like, I don't know, whatever.
But the end.
Yes.
So how does this movie end?
So they're all having a good time.
Spoiler alert, by the way, because you haven't seen this movie.
But I mean, it's riddled by spoilers.
30 years old.
Yeah. Almost 30.
Almost 30, yeah.
They're about to go inside, and they see handprints, like muddy handprints and muddy boob prints against the window. And that only means one thing, that there's another. Because
that's how Dave and Stoney found the caveman with the handprints and the writing on the wall and everything. So now Link and Stoney are finding handprints and boob prints on the walls and on the doors, and they almost to a T reenact the beginning scene of the movie,
screaming, yelling, looking,
crawling
up
the door.
Yeah, and it is a cave woman, but they don't know each other, which I thought was weird. Did they
I think they did know each other because they wound up hugging and kissing and everything. So I think they recognized each other.
Yeah.
But somebody has to tell me how they ended up with a bra and some shorts for the cave woman when there's not a woman that age living in that house, unless the mom dresses that way when she's not working, which means I want to see the mom dressed in those shorts.
She probably got the bra from the mom and then the shorts from the sister.
The sister's not old enough to be wearing those shorts. The sister was young, dude. The sister was a preteen.
Yeah, but those shorts on the sister would look normal, but with an older woman, they might have been shorter. Regardless, who knows? It doesn't matter. It was a cave woman, dude. A cave woman from
sexy cave woman.
Yeah, she was pretty hot. And they go off just, having a good time.
And that's the end of the movie. Buddy. Scale of 1 to 10. 10 being the highest, 1 being the shittiest.
I'll give it a solid 8.
Is this your favorite so far of the Pauly Shore movies you have seen?
I couldn't tell you, to be honest. I'd have to look through. It's probably one of the best movies we've done in the series that I enjoyed. Yeah, I really enjoyed.
Have you seen Son-in-Law?
I don't know. I'd have to see the movie.
Have you seen In the Army Now?
No, I don't know.
And have you seen Biodome?
No.
Okay, so that's the rest of the movies in order of this Pauly Shore 4-pack. If it happens to get drawn again, it won't be the first time that we've drawn a movie back to back in the franchise. It's like the original Pauly Shore movie. Yeah. So like people that are used to be fans are kind of tired of Pauly Shore. You can let this one slide because this was where it all started. So it compared to other movies in this franchise, he wasn't as annoying because he's the level-headed one in this movie. Yeah. And in Son-in-Law and In the Army Now character. and probably because he's a side character or co-star. Yeah. But the other movies where he's the focal point, he kind of turns that character up to 11 or 12, and by the third or fourth movie you'll start being like, God damn, the things you liked about this movie 3 movies later,
you're not gonna enjoy it.
You might not enjoy it as much.
I got you.
So just forewarning.
Yeah. What would you give it?
Oh God, that's easily a fucking 9.5.
Whoa,
it's classic, dude. It's fucking timeless. Wow. It's the best part. It's an original idea. It's not how many movies where somebody digs up a caveman have you ever seen? Let alone a comedy. Like there's so many movies that repeat the same thing, but this is out there. Like if you say, oh, Pauly Shore thought out caveman, you know exactly what you're talking about. Or just
All right, I guess. I mean, you could do like you could be where it's similar to like Weird Science, where they create a girl. It's like high schoolers and they create a girl kind of thing. Yeah. So it's the same kind of concept, or like if they like, I'm sure there's a movie where like they find an alien, or like Bigfoot or something like that. You know,
Harry and the Hendersons.
Yeah. So, but
that's old.
I will say that it was I really enjoyed it. I really did. I thought it was funny. I will add it to my collection of like, I won't watch it every year and I won't watch it all the time, but like
if it's on,
I'm gonna watch it. Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah. So, on that note.
So before we draw from the picture for our next movie, what are we bringing them next? Because it's not a movie review we're doing.
Well, if we're doing that, then this has to be released first.
We can always pick the movie and do the review after. But what are we giving them next?
We are going to be reviewing 18. All 18 Christmas specials from The Simpsons. If you guys are familiar with the series, you guys know that we like The Simpsons.
Very much.
We reviewed all 29,
30.
All 30 episodes. It's still.
The way you just rubbed your face,
I haven't watched The Simpsons since.
You got burned out after the Halloween weekend?
Yeah. So we watched all 30 episodes, Treehouse of Horror episodes. So this time since it's Christmas time, we're gonna do all 18 Christmas specials.
There's supposed to be a new one that's gonna be released either this weekend or next weekend, depending when this episode gets released.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna add that on there. So yeah. I can't think of all the Simpsons Christmas stuff. I just remember Santa's Little Helpers episode.
After the first 3 or 4, the rest are oblivious to me. Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen them.
I just remember that's when they get Santa's Little Helper.
The first actual episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after that, it's all new. I'm sure I was like, oh yeah, I remember this episode, but it just won't register as a Christmas episode. But whatever. Hello.
So who picked this movie? Did you pick it? You picked this movie that we saw.
Yeah, I picked it.
All right, so it's my turn. My turn.
So, Chris, tell me some of these movies that are in here.
Oh my God! Again, what have I not seen? Back to the Future, Jurassic Park, Ghostbusters, Rocky,
Cars 2 for me. Fast and the Furious, or Cars in general.
Disney's Cars, Fast and the Furious 2. Superman 3.
Oh yeah.
If we pick Superman again.
Friday the 13th Part 3.
Yeah.
What else is in? Yeah. So
there's a lot in there.
We pick a movie, we review it. So next episode that we do from this series will be. Oh man, I'm excited. Drum roll, please. Can you not read it?
It's a sequel.
Oh, is it Pauly Shore?
No. We're watching Conan the Destroyer.
Yeah. All right.
Conan the Destroyer.
Sequel to Conan the Barbarian.
About a month and a half ago, we saw Conan the Barbarian. And now we're going to get to do the sequel.
All
what
right.
am I in store for in the sequel?
Arnold Schwarzenegger still being a badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good movie. Yeah. It's better than the first one.
Really? I like the first one.
Yeah. I think it's better than the first one.
All right.
The main fight scene at the end is pretty cool. He's trying to save the princess? I think that's what the story is. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've seen this one.
Oh, so it'll be a refresher for you too.
Conan the Barbarian or the Destroyer. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We're still gonna do Harry Potter. We just haven't got around to it.
Yeah, we're gonna do Harry Potter and just keep it in the can for a week for whatever reason. If we need a week or anything, we'll have something to tide you guys over.
Yeah. So Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, we will get.
We're 40 minutes in. I'm 40 minutes in.
Yeah. I watched the whole fucking thing, so
I bet you did.
Yeah, thanks. Now you're gonna make me watch it again.
Oh. So that's it. We've got The Simpsons coming up next week-ish. Yes. And then after that, we've got Conan the Destroyer.
Ooh.
You're talking about my Destroyer.
Let's talk about beer.
Oh
my God. You already had too much.
Lager jamming. I think I've had this a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
But I had a late lunch, which means I haven't had any dinner, so I wanted something light, so he gave me some of that. I did try some of his shit.
Oh yeah, I'm doing a local group. They're a new brewery that opened up February, so they have been really
sucks for them, right? When Corona started.
Yeah, they got really fucked over with Corona. So if you guys are in a beer, you should check them out. This is Edgeless. It's their West Coast IPA, 6.6%.
It's good.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah. They're right next to St. Arnold's, so you can make a day trip and go to St. Arnold's and go to local group. The food over there at local group is like really good.
Yeah.
So I like it. I haven't been over there since
COVID.
Yeah, so like mid COVID. So like maybe like June or July, I went there and picked up a bunch of beer.
Nice.
So yeah.
On that note, cheers, buddy.
Cheers. I'm not shutting this. Nope, not happening today.
Did you ever figure out an outro?
Nope.